So today, guys, we are going to discuss East Kilbride. Obviously, they are currently managed by Mick Kennedy and Cy Ferry. If you don't know they two, Mick Kennedy obviously is managed Darvo, East Kilbride, and many other clubs in the pyramid. And we've got Cy Ferry, who's obviously former Celtic player, Swindon player, and currently does the Open Goal podcast. But we're going to discuss the club's history and where it's going toward, because it's one of the clubs that is on the rise in Scotland, and I'm making the ambition for myself to talk about smaller clubs in Scotland and how they look to go do well in our leagues. So if you do enjoy this kind of content, remember to leave a like, put in post notifications, and subscribe to the channel as we go on for that 200 subscribers go by mid-February. So let's get it. East Kilbride, EK as we call them, was formed in 2010, and they worked their way up through the Lowland Leagues, and after 2013 they joined it. And in May 2025 they secured promotion to the SPFL League 2 for the very first time in the club's history by beating Bonnyrigg 3-1 in aggregate on the Pyramid playoff final. This was a major milestone because the club that began as a grassroots in South Lanarkshire is now a professional outfit in the Scottish League system, and they're taken seriously because they're actually trying to arrange friendlies with clubs like Hearts, and manager Mick Kennedy is obviously, the first big goal was to stabilise themselves in that division, because they don't want to go straight down. That would just ruin their whole long-term project, and Mick Kennedy stated that when they first done this promotion to League 2, and the push from success from day one was, despite being newcomers, the internal expectations were very high, and they should not shy away from aiming to win League 2 rather than avoiding relegation, because there's always a stigmatism in Scottish football that clubs can't do well once they get promoted. Well, Falkirk have blown that out the window. East Kilbride have, and many other clubs have in the past. Obviously, this is their short-term kind of ambitions. Their mid-term ambitions are to get promoted to League 1, and that's a natural step that the club publicly sets its eyes on, with no official kind of time frame. But both fans and insiders within East Kilbride, and Cy Ferry on his podcast, Mike Kennedy just doing interviews, they always talk about this and how important it is for the growth of the community at East Kilbride. Obviously, it has potential to be massive. Obviously, their long-term vision is obviously to climb up the pyramid, and this is what this kind of video is about. And obviously, manager Mick Kennedy has previously stated about a 5-year target to reach the championship, and I think that's very realistic because the owners of East Kilbride are very ambitious, as well as the managers, the staff at the club, and all the kind of their community togetherness is obviously a big factor here. But they have many other ideas that will help them get to this, and obviously their current home, K Park, which is in Calderglen Country Park, its capacity is around 700, and it was originally built to be a kind of grassroots sport, but plans have been discussed to expand K Park to a larger ground to suitable for SPFL attendance records, levels and records. But the longer term idea is to build a new 4,000 seated stadium supported by East Kilbride Community Trust. This is likely to gain momentum now they're in SPFL, and I've saw Footy Ventures talk to Cy Ferry about this, how they're building a hospitality area, they're building new infrastructure within the club that will help them gain a bit more of a community feeling, because even if it's just getting a cup of coffee at the football or anything, it's going to watch East Kilbride, watch exciting football. That's what football's about, exciting and going out to play, not this slow Pep Guardiola football that we keep seeing. I'm nothing against Pep, by the way. It's just, he's created the game to be too tactical, in my opinion. East Kilbride, as I said, it focuses on community and youth focus, because East Kilbride has an identity. It has over 20 teams and 500 players across youth and adult levels, and it is development as a community club that supports coaching, inclusion and local involvement is its centre point. It highlights that it provides opportunities for youth, which is great for Scottish football, because the more youth we have coming up, the more of a better national team that we can have, and leagues that we can have that might gain more TV money. And obviously we have helping young people reach potential. We help the community. Obviously, if East Kilbride's doing well as a football team, the wee town of East Kilbride will do well. You'll get people coming from all sorts, seeing this wee team who started in 2010 building its story, and that would be good for YouTube. So I might look to visit East Kilbride in a couple of weeks if they have a good game on, or any game, to be fair, because they're a club that is on the rise. So why does this matter? Why am I doing a video about East Kilbride? Because there's a club that started in 2010, who is located in a location of 75,000 people. It is now a professional club, and it is shown that clubs from rural towns and smaller towns can go on and do better, and they have an ambition and they're sticking with it, and they're not changing it no matter the circumstances, and I admire that. So in summary, the short term goal is to stay, maybe win League 2, progress to the Championship as their mid term, and continue to long term is to cement that Championship status, build a new stadium, and continue to develop players that can go on and do better things in our nation. So I admire EK for that. If you did enjoy this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and maybe we will just get to a East Kilbride game or a Spartans game in the near future. So thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye.